Today's a new day, let the old pass away. Gratitude don't stop. No more chains, no more mess. Time to make a change. No more holding myself back. The change begins in me. I'm answering the purpose call. Positive to push. Embracing life. I'm valuable in life. Today's a new day, a fresh taste of new grace. Gratitude don't sky high. No more late. Today's a new day, let the old pass away. Gratitude don't sky high. No more chains, no more lead. No more holding myself back.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to the next episode of What's in Your Cup Conversations. It is I, your favorite life balance and accountability coach, and your host, Consuela Nicole. We are in for a wild, emotional ride today on today's episode. Baby, let me tell y'all, it has been one heck of a week for your girl. But I first want to say thank you to all of my accountability people, all of my close friends, all of my families, all of those that have checked in, the whole 9 yards. I appreciate you. We appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep shining. So let me tell y'all, right? Check on your people. No matter if it's the strong person, the not so strong person, the person you ain't talked to in a few months, the person you just talked to yesterday, check on your people, right? Life is entirely too short. Before I do, hey sis, I see you. Thank you very much for joining in from Florida. Before we do anything else, right? Everybody in the path, that's the word I'm looking for, in the path of this hurricane that's getting ready to come through Florida, please make sure you stay safe. Bunker down if you need to. Check in with your folks, all the good things. I'm on the West Coast. We don't get tornadoes and hurricanes and things of that nature, right? So do whatever you need to do to be safe, first and foremost. Secondly, before I do anything else and go any further, I need to pay homage to my brother, David Price. We lost our brother this weekend, or this past week. Deputy David Price out of Houston, Texas. He was always the fun one, right? So in this picture, yes, you see him holding watermelon in his hand because he knew watermelon was my thing. So he was telling me that I was eating my watermelon wrong. And of course, I snapped that picture, right? But you know how people say, family is family and blood is thicker than water and blah, blah, blah. That is not necessarily the case all the time. There are times where the family you choose is a lot closer than the family that you are born with. So to the Price family, to the Johnson family, just know that your West Coast family love you. David, you will always be in our hearts. You will always be in our prayers. And we're going to always see your smile. We love you, David. On that note, we're not going to get too emotional just yet. At least I'm going to try not to. We're going to lighten the mood. And the person that I have on here with me today is going to do that. This person is somebody that I met her on the pageantry circuit, first and foremost. Everybody know I'm a rhinestone girl, right? All day long. They over there, the rhinestones over there. So we're not gonna wear those today because you put on rhinestones, you gotta have all this other stuff on. But we're gonna be real transparent today. And the person that's coming on with me today, she is that one person that you can count on to give it to you straight. You can count on her being transparent, but you can also count on her to put a smile on your face, right? She gonna correct you, but she gonna make you smile at the same time. So let me tell you about her. Let me tell you about her because we're gonna go and bring her on. First of all, she is a devoted mother. She is a devoted wife and a very accomplished professional. Among many titles, of course, she was honored with the 2023 Delaware Women's Commission for She's on Her Way Award for her contributions to women empowerment. She also demonstrates exceptional leadership, and I have witnessed all of that, right? She has this passion for teen moms and young women that she founded a foundation called Fix Her Crown Foundation. We're going to talk about it because that is definitely a safe place for teens and young women. I love what they're all about. Most recently, and I want to make sure I get this right, so I'm going to ask her about it when I get her on. She received she received the challenge coin for the NCC executive Matt Meyer for her service and dedication in the state of Delaware, recognizing her impact of what she does. She currently holds the title for Miss National Sorority in the 2023-2024, highlighting her commitment to women's growth. And of course, she is the co-founder and national president of Rho Sigma Alpha Sorority Incorporated, where she continues to inspire women worldwide to embrace their true selves and reach their full potential. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give a warm welcome to the stage. I'm just gonna call her what I call her, Miss LaShyra.
Hi everyone.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing? I know it's late over there, but how you doing?
I'm good. I'm tired, but it's okay. I'm on here with you.
Yes, you are. You are definitely. I can't even say you tired because of the time frame.
Probably not.
Baby, everything I just read off, I know good and doggone well. It is not everything that you do.
Nope.
I promise you, it seemed like you be up before the sunrise, and the street lights always come on before you get home, right? And
Absolutely.
the sun be peeking over the horizon before you go to bed. So I mean,
It'd be crazy. It's a crazy life, but we only got one, so gotta fit it all in there.
it is. And you know what? A good friend of mine always told me, we have three things that are important, right? The day we arrive, right? The day we gain our wings, but the most important is that dash in the middle, right?
Absolutely.
What are you doing with that dash in the middle? And that is what we are here to talk about, right? So if y'all don't know, let me explain this to you. And I know me and LaShyra have had this conversation multiple times. That's why she's sniggling. People still say sniggling and grinning. That's such old school, huh? I just aged myself like for real. So we're not just talking about what's in the cup we drinking on, because I know today I have some lemonade and some lemonade. LaShyra has what she got in her cup because it's late over there and she needs a little bit of energy, right? What's that say, boss lady?
Yes, that's the boss lady.
Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. I see you.
Me a little bit of coffee to get me through. Because 9:00 is usually Shy is laying down on the computer working. Of course, I am. But about 11, I'm done.
Got it. Okay.
It's only coffee in my cup, I promise y'all. And coffee don't keep me up. It really just is keeping me warm at this moment because I'm cold.
Keeping you warm and got it. I do coffee for the flavor too. It don't really do nothing for me.
Nope.
But let me ask you this, right? And of course, we talked about, what we physically drinking on, but what's
Mhm.
in your cup conversation is more about what's in your physical, mental, and emotional cup, right? We are
Absolutely.
in this wonderful social media age. Like I said, we see the beginning of someone's story, and then we see the highlights, the glitz and the glam and all of that stuff, right? But no one talks about the hills and the valleys and the mountains in the middle, right?
Absolutely.
With both of us being, in the pageant industry, or being in an industry that's all about glamming up, right?
Absolutely.
That's what we normally see. We see the tiaras, we see the glitz and the glam and the formal wear. Not too many times do we talk about or post the pictures, unless we're doing community work, right? Of us getting our hands dirty, getting deep down and dirty, because that's not what social media want to see, but that's what needs to be seen and what needs to be heard, because your testimony could be the answer to someone else's prayer. So we
Absolutely.
gonna talk about it, right? I think somebody was like, "Yes, just resume." So I'm gonna take it. That's one of your folks, right? That's one of your
Yep.
people.
That's my
Got
co-founder.
it. Got it. Okay. So she know about the resume.
She
So
know
she
about
know about
you know that
everything. I
resume.
haven't talked about it. So we're gonna talk about it for a minute. I just gave a glimpse of what's in your cup right now, but that wasn't always the case with you.
No.
That was not
Absolutely
always the
not.
case. So I just gave an introduction, but when you look in the mirror, who is LaShyra? How do you introduce yourself to you?
You know what the crazy part is with me? I'm very modest when I introduce myself, and a lot of people
Okay.
tell me like I really need to stop doing that. um, Especially one of my good friends that's here in Delaware, she'll introduce me, and I'm like, no, 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 no. I kind of keep a low profile and everything like that because I don't ever want to come off as like that like cocky person, like, oh my god, like founder and this, that, and the third, and pageant queen and stuff like that. So I kind of like always keep it in the back, and like even with my sorors, like they know, like, yo, please call me Shy. Like, please stop.
Okay.
Like I will say I use it when I need to use it. Like I don't even
Okay.
people don't even call me by my full name, LaShyra Escobosa. Like everyone calls me Shy. I always want to be shy to everyone because I want you. That's authentically me. LaShyra is
Okay.
the person that got to pay the bills. Like, like
Right. The one that's writing the text.
LaShyra is
Okay.
LaShyra's work. LaShyra is the bill person, but Shy is like that is me. That's like the Sasha to like Beyonce. Like I don't
Got
want
it. Okay.
yeah, I don't want
Okay.
to be that yes, when you call
Okay.
me it literally gets on my nerve. But like introducing myself to people, if I have to do it in a speaking setting, then obviously I'm going to do it because I just know that this is the approach. Yes, I do not like being called by
Okay.
I
What is
feel like
it?
somebody
Is
like,
it
do I owe
Shakira?
you something?
Is it how you pronounce it? Is it Shakira? Is her
Shakira.
name Shakira? Shakira.
Shakira.
Shakira, thank you for the update. So I'm not going to use her full government name for the rest of the show. I appreciate you. Okay, go ahead.
Um, I just like always just like to keep it a little bit low profile. Like I don't know. Like I don't know. Like I know some people come off and they think like I like this why like I really don't. I am the most socially awkward person ever. And like so like this, I knew that this was coming. I prepared myself for this. But if I didn't, I'm telling you right now, I probably would be all over the place because that's just not me. If I'm out in an open setting and someone comes up
Okay.
to me and they want me to just like spill everything, like like the elevator pitch, please do not put me in that situation.
Are
I
you
am
serious?
I am dead serious. I am the most socially awkward person. Like I'll stand there like, huh? It's just like
Oh, no,
I'm not the
ma'am.
elevator pitch type of person. I swear I am not.
Well, okay, so I can get that. However, but I know in probably in the right situation, right? You can probably turn that elevator pitch on in the heartbeat,
It's
but
gonna
it's
take
not
me a
what you
minute.
want to do. But because you're gonna do it and you're gonna turn away and walk away, we're gonna have to work on that because
I'm
you never know. You never know when your next, because you got a lot going on as
yeah.
far as what you do in the community, right? And I know for a fact you got 2 nonprofits. So we're gonna talk about that, right? We're gonna have to make sure you get your elevator pitch right because you never know where your next sponsorship is coming from. It could be that man or woman that's taking that 30-second elevator ride or standing in front of you getting that next cup of coffee, right? We're gonna make sure you can say something right off the
I'm
tongue.
working
We're
with
gonna
it.
got it.
I'm absolutely getting better at it.
Okay.
I would say probably over the past like 3 years. I've been getting better with it, but I still be like, don't put me on the spot.
Okay. Okay. So we're gonna take it back just a tad bit, right? We're gonna take it back. Oh yeah, they putting you all the way out there because you humble. Okay. So I'm gonna talk to Shy right now. We're gonna bring LaShyra back in a little bit, but I want to talk to Shy. There is something about you that there's a few things about you I absolutely love, but there's one thing about you that stands out, that I feel we don't see enough of, right? And that's complete Black family love, right? That dynamic of Black families, right? It's still the 2-parent household. This is y'all beginning. Where y'all at now? And the entire family. So for everybody that don't know, how long you been married, Miss Shy?
We'll be married for 12 years next week on the 3rd, but we have been
Yes.
together for it'll be 21 years in April.
You have been together for 21 years in April, but married for how many years?
12, it'll be 12 years next week.
It'll be 12 years.
Next
And
week.
next week, we're gonna talk about that because you posted a picture that you was trying to get likes on and you didn't wait to get the like. We're gonna talk about that too. But I enjoy and I love this picture, right? Because it shows that family dynamic we don't see, right? We normally see the mom and the kids or the dad with the kids or a parent left for whatever reason, but to see the entire family together, right?
Correct.
So you got, and I said God, I know I did not use proper language. You got your holiday pajama picture. You don't have to worry about, who else gonna be having matching PJs because you got your dynamic right here.
Absolutely.
Right. So tell me, has it been easy?
No.
I'm not married. I'm
Absolutely
praying
not.
that one day God gonna give me my husband. Has it
I'm
been
telling
easy?
you right now. Whew.
What's the secret? Or is there a secret?
It ain't patience because I ain't got none. So
Okay.
everybody know that.
Okay.
I think so we've been together for so long.
Okay.
We literally pretty much grew up with each other. Like I
Okay.
literally met my husband the week after I had turned 19 the week after I had met him. Our first date was my
Okay.
birthday. Um
Okay.
there has been I don't even know how many ups and downs. Woo, yeah. I'm big on signs. I'm big Aries energy all day long. He's a Cancer. Sometimes we butt heads like it ain't nobody business. I'm telling
Okay.
you, that man right there drive me crazy.
Okay.
And I know I drive him crazy because I'm a little much, but we always make sure that we put our family first. When I did meet my husband, I had already had my 2 boys.
Okay.
So my 2 older boys, I had already had them, and they were young, they were toddlers. So
Okay.
he has raised both of those little boys into the grown men that they are today.
Those
One's
his
about to be
babies. Yeah.
21, and the other one will be 22 soon. And
Okay.
we just always make sure that we feel each other. Like when I say started from the bottom, now we here, it was started from the bottom, now we here.
Okay.
From
Yeah, because you
living
did. You
in
got to explain that too. Yeah.
crappy apartment, barely having enough money to eat, making sure that we made sure the kids ate. If we didn't even get to eat, to now, like, ooh, I'm about to cry, to now in a few years ago of us purchasing our first home and being out of the whole rental thing and like just building up, like, and I know a lot of it was hard. Like I
Okay.
said, I was a teen, like I'm a teen mom and everything like that. And coming from all that, it was a lot that had to go into that. And there was a lot of bickering, there was a lot of fighting, there was a lot of, oh, I'm out, oh, I'm back, oh, I'm out, oh, I'm back. But to say that now we're hitting our 12 years of marriage, we're homeowners, cars out of wazoo. My career is amazing. I couldn't
Mhm.
ask for anything more. Um, and now all the other stuff that I do is just extras on top of that because I'm already set. Like I feel as though like everything that I came from
Okay.
and started with him from that day one to where we are now, like what more could I like actually ask for? So like everything else is just a bonus. It's a bonus to me. Because I don't need it at this moment. So he
Okay.
is my best friend. Obviously because I've known him since I was
You still there? Right. Right.
like do everything together. So he is definitely my best friend. We go at it all the time and everything like that. But he is absolutely my best friend.
Okay. So my question for you, you mentioned while you were talking that you were and are, right, a teen mom.
Hmm.
What was that like?
It was difficult. Um, it was very challenging. I would say it was more challenging because of the whole having everyone in your head letting you think that you were going to fail and things weren't going to happen for you and you would be like this horrible person. Oh my god, you messed your life up, this, that, and the third.
Hmm.
That probably was the hardest part of it all. As far as like taking care of my kids, I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest child, grandchild, niece, all that in
Oh, wow.
between both of my families. So oldest child energy over here. Um,
Okay.
so I was used to babysitting all the kids while they went out to the clubs and stuff like that.
That was you. Okay.
Shy babysitting, shy cooking, and everything, frying chicken at the age of 12. Like, come on. So, taking care of the kid, like when I have a kid, like, that
Right.
wasn't an issue, but it was okay. What am I going to do from here? Yeah, things
Okay.
happen. Um, School didn't do what it was supposed to do. It was, and it, like, to be honest with you, it wasn't me. It did have to do a lot with attendance situation.
Hmm.
Um, because I was in the hospital, but I figured it out. I figured
Okay.
it out. I had to find my niche in what I was good at, and I found my niche in what it was good at, so I can make sure that I was going to be able to take care and raise my boys the way that they needed to be raised, and break that stigma of, oh, you messed your life up, you're going to be on welfare for the rest of your life, you're not going to have anything.
Right.
Like literally, like I
That
had
part.
to figure out a
Yeah.
way to break that.
Okay.
Yeah,
And you did. And you
I
did because you are a very prominent, is that a good word to use? In the property management field, right?
yes.
Uh, you did that. And I'm gonna put it out there that you did that without a college degree.
Without
And to be transparent, you did it without a high school diploma,
Sure did. Sure did. I
right?
When I set my mind to something, that is one thing about me. It's all or nothing with me.
Okay.
It's not gonna be half with me. So when I hit and was able to get into the real estate industry, I stayed there and I just worked my way up.
Okay.
So I've been in property management on the property management side, but before the property management side, I was on the mortgage side. But
Okay.
I've been in the property management side for 14 years, since Izzy was one.
Okay.
I went into property management starting as a leasing agent, which is entry level for any property management company. And now I am the senior property manager of my property. I oversee 300 units at my property. And I also have rental properties under my own company, Escobosa Rental Services, that I manage for other owners in the state of Wilmington in Delaware.
Wow.
So,
That's awesome.
It was something that I definitely focused on. Yes. And a lot of people were like, well, how did you do that when you ain't have high school diploma? Look, one thing is
Yeah, that's so answer that question. How did you do that with no high school diploma?
most people didn't even ask. So if they ain't act, then I ain't had nothing to say. To be honest with you. I actually, for the whole high school situation, I actually got to my senior year. The only reason they did not let me graduate was because of my attendance. And I just was like, you know what? I got kids. I don't have time to like repeat this and do this all over again. I had to go to work. I have kids now. I did everything I needed to do work wise, and I have this teacher that I still follow to today, and she was so upset about that when we was all talking in front of school board. It was because of attendance.
But the work was done.
I only needed 4 credits. It was all because of attendance. So I was like, you know what? Whatever. Got into the work field, left it alone, and stuff like that.
Okay, wait, before you go forward, to clarify though, because of the you didn't, it wasn't that you just wasn't going, you were pregnant at the time, so you couldn't actually go. You was in the hospital. Okay, so it wasn't nothing that you did on your
own. In the hospital. I came back to school after I had my son, and they let me. I took midterms. I passed my midterms, and like some of my teachers vouched for me. They was like, she took midterms and passed her midterms, and she wasn't even here. It was students that were there, and they didn't even pass.
Right.
And
wow.
I would say probably about a month that I came back into school. That's when they told me, they're like, I was with my guidance counselor, and they told me that I wasn't going to be able to graduate at the end of that year because I didn't have my attendance. No matter what, that they knew I was in the hospital because I was put on bed rest for most of my pregnancy with my second son.
Got it. So you hit the ground running. You just you got your, as they say, your hustle on, like for real.
Exactly.
Right?
Yep.
You did what you needed to do for your babies, and in the midst of fast forwarding, you actually went back and received you didn't get your GED. You went back and received your high school diploma.
Yep.
Why? After all this time, you have already succeeded in your career. You've got all these different organizations that we're going to talk about in a minute. But at this point, you necessarily didn't need your high school diploma, but you went back for it. Why?
So I literally went back for my kids. It's mainly my boys. So at the time that I went back, both of my boys were in, one was getting ready to enter high school and one was in high school. And they teenage boys, they like to challenge you and everything like that and think they all miss the big stuff. And my kids would be like, oh, well, you didn't finish school and you did this, that, and third. Like,
got it. Okay.
Don't do that.
Don't come for you. Right.
So I pretty much had to do, I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. So I went big. I took the 4 classes that I needed to take so I can finish. They transfer all my credits from my old high school, and I took the 4 classes I needed, and I went and walked that stage and took my kids with me, and they watched me walk the stage. And like I said, I never needed it, but I did it for my kids. I didn't even do it for myself. I did it for my kids.
Okay.
I did it for them.
So with that being said, right, we're going to talk about your first, well, I think it's your first organization, Fix Her Crown Foundation.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That's what you do with teen girls.
Yes.
Exactly what is Fix Your Crown Foundation? What do you do? I mean, what is that for? Why did you birth such a well, first of all, it's a much needed organization, right?
It is.
But it's also a touchy subject. Like you said, when it comes to teen moms and young girls having children at a young age, they're automatically labeled as a statistic, right? Because I was a teen mom. Correct. Right? I had my daughter my senior year of high school, and I was told I was going to be a statistic as well. And no, ma'am, we're not doing that. Matter of fact, I had my counselor fired the day of graduation. Yeah. They can't even use our graduation videotape because I low key said some things to her on the microphone. And with my last name, I was in the middle of it all. So they wasn't going to edit the. This is okay. So let me tell you. Because, okay, so here in California, we get good weather. So at the time, right, class of 93, I'm going to put it out there, our graduations was in the middle of the high school football field,
Mm-hmm.
right? We were still able to fit in the football field, and they were still in alphabetical order. So when they called my name, which had me in the middle, right? And I went up and I shook the principal's hand, and she shook her hand, put her hand out for me to shake her hand. And I looked at her and I said, "Keep your handshake. The statistic you told me I'm going to be, my baby up there in the stands. And so is my mama and my daddy. Keep your such and such and such and such a handshake." Looked at her crazy and walked on off the stage. That video cannot be used because I'm literally in the middle
Of it.
of everything. So they wasn't go. What y'all gonna do? Cut me out and then slice it back together?
Slice it. Nowadays, they probably would.
Now they can. Then it wasn't even an option.
They wasn't
So
doing that.
they can't use my graduation picture. So my graduation video. So I get it, but it's a touchy topic that people don't talk about, right?
Yep.
Why would you start that particular organization, and what do you do with it?
So I started that organization. So when I initially started before I started the organization, I was back at the adolescent school that we have here in Delaware.
Okay.
I went to the adolescent school for my first pregnancy, and I had wanted to get back to that school. That's the school that girls go to that are pregnant, and it helps them keep up with their schoolwork if they can't figure it out in your traditional school.
Okay.
So I was back and forth at the school helping the girls, and just being that mentor and that guidance for them. I would say probably about a year after that, one of my good
Mhm.
friends, she ended up leaving, who was the center director, and things started to change. The
Okay.
girls had a lot of concerns. They reached out to me. Um, well, at first, because I was a mentor, they weren't allowed to reach out to me directly. So after I ended up cutting my ties with them and leaving them, the girls ended up finding me on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook. Of course,
Of course.
they stalked me and they found me.
Okay.
And they're like, "Oh, we miss you. Where have you been?" This, that, and the third. Because I was used to, like, I would bring them lunch and diapers and come and sit and talk to them and hold their babies while they were doing class. So I ended up starting Fix Her Crown because I still wanted to have that space where I can help them and guide them without them being judged. Because a lot of them were telling me that, yeah, we're in this school that is supposed to help us, but I feel as though that we're being judged. And I picked up on a little bit of the vibes of that. And it was kind of like, I get the point that they're children, they're teens, but they are moms and they do have kids that they are trying to raise. So there's a
Mhm.
certain way that you have to actually, like, speak with them, because you don't want to speak to them like as if they are a child, because they are trying to raise a child too, and you're supposed to be teaching them how to raise a child. So it's like you got to find that balance. And I feel as though that they couldn't find that balance. So the girls were able to come to me to just be a safe space for them, because I've been in their shoes and a lot of people there had not been in their shoes. So
Okay.
I like them coming to me is like, okay, they're comfortable talking to me because I'm not going
Mm.
to judge you, because baby, I already been in your shoes.
Right.
Like,
You can talk
who
their language
am
for
I to judge
real.
you? Like, of course, I'm going to try to lead you in the right way and everything like
Right.
that. Make sure that we doing everything on the right accord going forward. But I'm not going
Right.
to judge you because I'm not the one to be judging nobody because I
Right.
already been there. So Fix Her Crown kind of like it just guides them. I have like 25 girls there in a group chat. Like, you could already imagine how that goes. Teams in a group chat.
Ooh,
You
25,
say
10 girls in
you
one
say
group
one
chat.
thing and then the whole chat just goes insane. Like I dropped one thing. I got
I
diapers.
pray for
Oh
you.
my God, it's like crazy. So
I pray for you. Uh-huh.
it is crazy. So I get stuff that they need. They it's pretty much a resource for me. They contact me on things that they
Okay.
need, and then I reach out to my resources that I can get to help them that they don't know about.
Okay.
Because it ended up being a whole situation that they're at this school that's supposed to provide them with resources, but some of those resources wasn't even being told to them. Like I would talk to people and they'd be like, why are they not telling them about this with the school when we're supposed to be partnering with them? I'm like, I have no idea. But look,
Right.
this is what they need. I need you to help me figure this out. She needs a car seat. Like the baby can't be riding around on her lap.
No,
Like
not at all.
diapers is one of the biggest things that I know that was a challenge with them when I first started Fix Her Crown. So I literally have a storage unit that has diapers, all different kinds of sizes. Sometimes it's a little bit hard when I'm trying to get a hold of them, like, yo, come get these diapers. I'm like, I don't have no babies. Like, y'all got to come get these diapers that y'all need.
Right. Okay.
But I just want to be that safe space for them. I have other people that are part of the organization and everything like that. But at this moment with it, it's pretty much like I kind of spearhead it all because I don't ever want those girls to think that I'm trying to push them off on someone else because that's not what I'm trying to do.
Makes sense.
So
Okay.
I always ask them like, hey, do you want to talk to this person? Ebony, the therapist that was on one of our shows, like I refer some of the girls to her. Like when the girls like, I could tell like, hey, I think you need someone professional to talk to. I'm like, let's try to make this connection.
Makes
I'm
sense.
kind of saying like,
Okay.
but I'm not pushing you away from me. I'm not saying that you to me because I don't ever want to feel as though I'm pushing them away because some of them don't even have like moms around. Or
Giving
some of
them
them are just in really bad households at that point. And I just want to always make sure that I'm that safe space for them. So it's a lot that I do on the back end for them. I'm really bad at promoting Fix Her Crown because I think
I
it's
know
because
because I could find barely any information, so I was gonna
because I
ask you
think I
about
feel like
this
I want
update.
to keep them safe and like I think that's more of it with me. I'm like I want to keep them safe and I don't want I don't want them to feel as though that I'm exposing them and I'm not exposing them.
Okay.
I'm really bad with asking for like help with stuff with them. I'm horrible at it. I will
Well, how is
every
people supposed to donate to Fix
know
Your Crown if
I'm about to fix it because everybody keeps
okay,
jumping on me about it. But I'm so bad at it. Like I will spend
okay,
my money real quick. Like one of them girls will call me and I will DoorDash something real quick. Like they like
okay,
baby I like Shy jumps to it and everything like that. That's why I'm always first.
okay.
But
Now for
like
Fix Her Crown, is that only in well, is that for the entire state of Delaware? Is it like
yes,
just a certain
in
area?
Delaware.
So it's
Just Delaware.
so the
Yep.
entire
So I have some girls
beautiful.
that are in lower Delaware. Not too many. Most of them are up in Newcastle County area. Delaware's not that big. I could drive from the top to the bottom of Delaware in 2 hours. Delaware
Oh, they kind okay, understood.
ain't
Okay, I'm
that
with you. That was gonna be my next question. How big is it? Okay.
big. It ain't
So
big.
then so now we gonna move over to one of your newest babies that you didn't gave birth to,
My
right?
headaches.
Right. Something else
I li-
you didn't gave birth to most recently,
yeah.
and you didn't receive some awards on top of it. But I want to talk about what you gave birth to first.
Okay.
And you know what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
You already know. What's that? What's that?
That is the Dynamic Rho Sigma Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
What is Look, let me get it right. Rho Sigma Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Who are they? What is it about? Tell me about it.
Yes. So Rho Sigma Alpha Sorority Incorporated is a non-collegiate sorority on social and the service side. It is for women from actually, let me back up. It's actually we start at youth from 7 and up. Our Rho Sigma Alpha sorority side starts from 18 and up. You do not have to have a college degree. You don't even have to have a high school diploma because who am I to judge? But who am I to judge? So it has been an amazing year of sisterhood and bonding and service and just the connections I have made with the women in this org is absolutely amazing. And not even just like the connections that I have made like some of the things that I've been able to like help some of them with, and like trying to just like push their selves to the limit. So like they came in knowing my whole bio, like knowing me and everything like that, and everything that I do. And some of them want to like follow like that, like this one, Shakira. She's in the pit.
Shakira, I'm gonna need to have a personal conversation with you, ma'am.
That's my little twin. She's in a pageant in November and everything like that. She asks me questions every now and then. LaWanda, who just posted, she just became vice president of internal affairs for
this one,
Bernadette's house. Yes. And I'm like,
wait. She just became what to do? Who?
Vice president of internal affairs for Bernadette's house. Yes, like
come on
when
now.
she called me, first of all, she called me and I'm like, why you sound like that? But she called me and so much excitement. I love that for her. Me and her talk. She asked me strategic things on like what she should do and what she says. And I'm so happy that I can be that voice to like when they're trying to do stuff like that and trying to get on boards and trying to, oh my gosh, I'm about to cry, and trying to just better their lives. And I could be that person that they can come to and like, hey, Shy, what do you think about this? How should I proceed with this? Like when she called me, I was like, she don't know. I hung the phone up and I started crying because she called me and asked me how to go about trying to get that position and everything like that. There's so much that I do for a lot of them in the background that I just don't speak. I love them to death, like, and they know that, and I'm a ride or die for them. Yeah, I might like nail you down on some things, but I'm a ride or die for you. And if you want to better yourself and you want to do something, I'm absolutely going to be there for you 100% because I've been there, I've done it. There's still stuff that I'm learning, but we can learn together and we can figure it out together as well. But it's been amazing group of women. We have at this moment about 86 women across 22 different states, including the Virgin Islands. We are in our fall intake right now, so stay tuned because that's coming up. And it's been an amazing year. It's been a year like we did not
of amazing, and I'm mad because I forgot the other picture. You just did your 1 year conference, right?
We did.
But in that conference, you were awarded a challenge coin from the NCC executive Matt Meyer for service and dedication in the state of that right there. Explain it, ma'am. I have no idea what that is. Woo! Or where. Explain it.
So
bring it up. First of all, bring it back up. I bring it to the forefront.
So what I was told, challenge coins started in the military, and challenge coins are given to people who do exceptional things. So
I know your hand heavy. It look heavy. Go ahead.
So this was given to me by Newcastle County Executive Matt Meyer. He is actually the Democratic nominee for governor for Delaware. So he's on. He's been running for governor right now. So it was very unexpected, but it was pretty much for my service and dedication and the things that I do in Delaware. So on the back, it says honesty, transparency, and efficiency. So I'm from Delaware. Delaware is a small place, kind of thing like that. Clearly I have a name that is not your usual names.
Not at all.
Most people are gonna figure out like you say LaShyra Escobosa, they're gonna find you. They're gonna find you. But yeah, I had attended a few events with Matt. He knows about some of the things that I do at the Hope Center, which is a shelter here in Delaware. So I've done a few things there. Trying to get picked back up with doing some things. I know they had some changing of stuff at that location. But just me like going out and being in the areas and feeding the homeless, like to tell you the truth, I don't know what it is. Like I really love going to do that. Like we was just out there, was it not this past Sunday, but the Sunday after that. They be missing us, they be knowing me. Like, they be like, oh, here she goes.
Well, you got something else coming up. You got two events I know about coming up, right?
Too much
This
stuff.
first one, you're about to get out there with the babies. You about to
So
get out
this
there with
is
the babies.
the sorors in Georgia. Unfortunately,
Okay.
I won't be able to make it down there with them because I'm going to be in Atlanta the week after. But my sorors
Okay.
in Georgia, they're gonna be doing a trunk or treat down there. We also
Okay.
have one that's coming up in Delaware as well. That I'm in the mix of. So I've partnered with the Women's Empower Center here in Delaware and Ultimate Staffing Solutions for a Halloween bash here in Delaware. But the sorors, they on these trunk or treats all over the place and everything like that.
So let me tell you something. The flyer is great, and I like what you're doing with it, right? But the event is not what caught my attention. You want to know what caught my attention about this flyer?
What? All the
The
orgs?
fact that you have multiple sorority and fraternity shields at the bottom of this flyer, right?
So
It goes to show that different organizations, for whatever different, whatever the reason for starting and things of that nature, different organizations can come together for one common cause. You know what I mean? And it's
absolutely.
beautiful. And I saw it on y'all talk show, and I said, y'all, I know that's bad. The talk show that y'all had, what is it? What's the name of it? You didn't talk about it.
Row Radiant, Sorority Sparks,
Yes.
and Sassy Chats.
Yes, y'all need to make sure you check it out every Wednesday on
Tuesday.
Facebook.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
We
Sorry,
on
on
his show
Wednesdays.
is Wednesday.
Right. My show is Wednesdays. Their show is Tuesdays, and theirs is every week.
Yes.
Baby, look, y'all went in yesterday, and it was beautiful. I love it. Right. But there's something else you got going on. Let me bring your website up. So if y'all want to find out what else they got going on, make sure you go to the website. But
Yes.
you got something else going on. And I asked you first if I could share the flyer because I did not know if it was open to other people to join you to see to see how Rho Sigma Alpha sorority is when they're out and about and not just on the community service side,
Yes.
but when they're rejuvenating themselves, right? Because you can't continue to pour from a cup and not rejuvenate and pour back into that cup, right?
Absolutely.
So y'all got an event coming up.
Yes.
Get your passport ready, y'all. Tell me about it. What is it? Come on now.
So one of the things we implemented into Rho Sigma Alpha is every March, April, we will have a soror get together. If you can come, you can come. If you can't, you can't. But we wanted to make sure that we always had that connection and bond with our sorors because we're also spread apart. We're in 22 different states. It's 80 something of us right now. But we're in 22 different states. So we wanted to have something that wasn't conference based. So we always will have our national conference, but we always want to have something that we could just go have fun. Like we ain't doing no sessions, we ain't learning nothing. It's girls trip. So our first one that we did was we went to Atlanta last year and we rented the Baddies Mansion that I did not know was the Baddies Mansion. So we rented something on Zeus Network. I don't know. I rented it and then my kids had to tell me. See, like I feel
I'm
like
gonna have to go look it up after. Okay, go ahead.
but it's this big old mansion. It was about 30 something of us in this mansion and we had a ball. And that was the first time a lot of us actually had met each other in person. So a lot of people, there are almost 30 people in a mansion together that had just met each other for the first time. But it turned out amazing. It was really nerve-wracking because we didn't know how that was gonna go, but it went great.
Okay.
But so this year we decided to we're not gonna be able to do no mansions no more. It's too many of us. So we decided that we're gonna do a cruise this year, and we opened it. I don't want to say we opened it up to everyone because we ain't shut down Carnival ship. We ain't there yet. One day maybe, but we ain't there yet.
You getting there?
So,
you getting there?
we gonna get there. We're gonna shut the whole Carnival cruise ship down. But we want to invite other people just to come and hang out with us. If you free, book yourself a cabin on Carnival that weekend, and we gonna be there and we gonna have a ball like that. That's what we want to do. Like when we go out and have fun, we go out and have fun. When we gotta be serious, we gonna be serious. But yeah, I can't wait for it. It's gonna be different, like I said, because we did everything in a mansion before, but now we're gonna be all spread out. But I'm so excited to see all of them come and see who else show up. I know there's been a few people who reached out to us that are not a part of the org, like, oh, I'm coming. I'm like, yes. And my birthday is the day after we come back, so I'm partying all
Oh, you
weekend.
starting early. Okay.
It just so
Okay.
happened that it fell on that same exact week. I was like, okay.
Okay. So I have to ask, and I know I said we was doing the transparency. We didn't have to get glitz and glam, but you are approaching the end of your current reign, right? That's your crown behind you on your shoulder, ain't it?
It is.
Right. Can you reach it? Bring it to the forefront. Give her some airtime. Give her some airtime. Come on, bring her to the forefront.
My
There
beautiful.
she is. How
Yes.
you feel? You getting ready to crown your successor? How you feel? I know you had I looked at the picture. You had an amazing reign.
It was, you know what? It was so this was the first time that this was my first live pageant. Well,
Okay.
not live pageant, in-person pageant.
In person. Right.
I did a virtual pageant, and everything, and it was fine. I was like, okay, you know what? Let me go ahead and do this one. We'll know it. Did it with my
Okay.
daughter, and everything. Probably would never do that again. Um,
Okay.
two like-minded people trying to do pageant, and she a teenager, and I'm girl. It was a lot going on. My pageant coach on here. Ooh, thank you, Janelle.
Hey Janelle, I see you, girl. Yeah.
So can you imagine 3 Aries trying to get this house situation together? Yeah, that like, so me and my daughter's birthday are a week apart.
Oh wow. Okay.
Me and her, sometimes like, girl, please find something to do with your life. So
Okay.
it was a challenge getting through the whole situation. I would say more at the pageant because I'm trying to help her. I'm trying to get my life together, kind of thing like that.
Gotcha.
But it was all worth it in the end. To walk away with a national title, and then to be able to rep my organization. I do say sometimes, like, now that my title is in, and I probably wish I would have did a little bit more with my title, but I feel like I was doing more, and I just was. Yeah, she's there.
Yeah, I know, right?
It wasn't working. Too much going on. I feel like I was, and I don't want to say I wasn't doing a lot with my title. I feel like I'm not. I want to say I'm not like a really glitz and glammy kind of girl, kind of thing like that. I'm like a little bit different. Like, if you see my photo shoot, like, I ain't even had no gown on. Like, girl was sitting there boss mode, like button up pants, like, what are we doing here? Kind of situation. And I think a lot of the stuff that I was doing, you did not always see me with my crown on. Every now and then you may see me, I threw the sash on and stuff like that. And I think that's just with me. I just didn't want, like, I didn't want nobody to think like, oh, she just out here doing it because she got a crown on, kind of situation. Because I know that is what some people do think in their head, but that wasn't the case. So there's a lot of times that I was actually out doing stuff, and I just didn't want to put it on.
Didn't have it
I
on.
just
Yeah.
didn't want to put it on. Like, it was always with me, but I'm like, I had to read the room situation.
Right.
So I probably wish I probably did get a little bit more, like, I don't know, I guess like little photo ops and stuff like that, or probably went to maybe some more fancier events that I was able to like wear my crown, but it's okay. Like, I'm not really too
But
pressed
you
about it.
did, right? Because what is your platform?
My platform is Fix Her Crown.
So you did do
I did
what you set out to do. You just didn't have on your regalia at the time because what you do, and this is for me from the outside looking in, right? What you do is boots on the ground, right? You are down in the trenches per se. So being in crown and banner alone, that wasn't an option because you picking up boxes and moving boxes and feeding folk, and that wasn't an option. That just wasn't going.
It like,
That wasn't gonna work.
and like when I'm with my girls and stuff like that, and I'm meeting with them, I'm not big on wearing it. Only because, like, I didn't want them to feel like that they were a part of a photo op. And like I know some of them are not wouldn't think that, but I didn't. I did like in my head I would think that probably like, oh,
Okay.
you just out here doing this like and you got this crown, and which I wasn't. Um,
Because
kind
that's
of
what social
situation.
media
So there
say.
was times
Yeah.
like I'm with them. Like I like when I'm with them, there's a lot of times that I won't even take pictures when I'm with them and everything like that. And that's to respect their privacy. They take pictures all the time. Like if they were to post it, then I would share it and everything like that. But I give them the option to do it, kind
The
of
option to
situation.
do it. Okay.
Yep.
Well, I appreciate you for taking the time and coming on. Um, before I let you go, give them information about what's coming up next with you, this particular organization, because you upgrade and fix her crown. When you
Yeah.
upgrade to fix the crown, I will share that information, right? But what's next with you? What's next with the organization? I
I
know
need
you
to go
mentioned
take a nap,
that.
Consuela. I don't need to do nothing else, Consuela. If these people
Yes.
find out that I do one more thing, they all gonna put me in a mental institution.
Uh-huh. So tell them now what's
Re-
next.
Renee Andrea is gonna come lock me up somewhere, and my husband is definitely gonna lock me up if I tell him I do one more thing. So,
So you oh, but you're getting ready to go on your honeymoon. Not your honeymoon, Lord Jesus,
my
your anniversary trip.
yes,
Okay.
we will be in Miami next week.
Okay.
Yes,
But you mentioned that you're coming up for fall intake.
so
Is that
we're
what you
in the
said?
process of our not Renee saying yes, Lord. So we're in the process of our fall 2024 intake. Renee, stop. Uh, I cannot with them. I'm telling you, they
Hey,
will all
you put it
if
out
I
there
tell
and
them
they
I'm doing one
responded.
more thing, they will come lock me up. So we are
Okay.
in the process of our fall 2024 intake that has actually closed. So
Oh, okay.
that
So they need to follow
that
you
the
for updates.
correct. So our youth are actually about to start their intake.
Okay.
So they actually have a meet and greet next week. And don't forget to check out my littles next week. They're gonna be on the talk show because they told me that they had to
Yes.
be. I'm so scared to see how this goes. You dealing with a whole bunch of little Gen Zs and Gen Alphas. I don't know how these conversations about to go. They gonna jump on me. I already know they are. um other than that, I have the pageant, crowning my successor, coming up. But other than that, just some work stuff and everything like that. We're about to go into elections, for the apartment association. I'm actually the executive secretary at this moment for the Delaware Apartment Association. So we're about to go into elections. We'll see how that goes, if I keep my seat or move my seat, for
Gotcha.
that. But I'll be busy. I'll be
Okay. So
sit down
before I
and
let you
do
go,
nothing.
this is the question I ask everybody, right? What does it mean to you to be beautifully flawed?
Um, I think just being your like authentic self. Like I think people think they take things way too much to
Okay.
the heart and stuff like that. You just gotta like just be your authentic self. Like everyone has flaws and no one's perfect. I'm not
Right.
perfect. A lot of people perceive that and everything like that. I'm not. I'm a hot mess. Like I'm a hot mess behind the scenes. I just know how to carry myself a certain way so
Okay.
you don't see all my hot mess behind
Your
the
hot, right. Right.
um
Okay.
but I'm very transparent. If you want to ask me about it, I'm gonna tell you about it in a quick second, kind of thing like that, because I'm one who I'm going to tell my story like nobody else. Like, and nobody can
Right.
tell my story for me. So
Ooh.
9 times out of 10 with me, you gonna find out from me what's going on before anybody got a chance to spread any rumor about LaShyra. Cause I'm just gonna tell
Right.
you, I don't care. Like, and I'm gonna pull receipt and I'm gonna tell you. So
Right.
they love my
Okay.
but yeah, my the transparency and just just be authentically you. Like, don't change yourself for no one. Like, for what? Like, what's the point? Like, take me how I am.
Right. That's it. Take me how I am. Can't nobody tell my story like I tell my story. LaShyra, I want to thank you very much for taking time to spend with us here on What's in Your Cup Conversations. Your testimony and your journey may definitely be the answer to someone else's prayers. So no matter if you're watching us on Facebook or YouTube, please share the video. You may be talking to somebody that may be having a little issue right now, but they're too embarrassed to talk to you about it, right? Share the video. Again, it may be the answers to someone else's prayers. Make sure you tune in for us of What's in Your Cup Conversations in 2 weeks for our next guest. But make sure you tune in on Tuesday for Sassy. Say it again. I'm sorry. I want to get it right.
Grow Radiant, Sassy Chats, and Sorority Spark. And my littles are going to be on there. You guys know I love my littles.
Support the littles, baby.
I
We
love
have
my
to
littles.
support
So
the little
definitely,
girls.
I need to show up for my
Right.
littles.
And you can find them on Facebook. I'm going to throw your website up there one more time, just in case people didn't see it. Until next time, remember, it is okay to pause and pivot, and remember to push when the time is right for you. Until next time, everybody. See you later.
Yeah.